Well guys, welcome to the Trading Edge. It's Friday, and typically Fridays, we're getting ready for the weekend, just summarising the week. Not as a hot streak as, it wasn't been as a hot streak as last week. Last week was obviously pretty good. This week, just under break even. So we had a trade on the pound dollar, which was a winner. Had a losing trade on the Aussie CAD, and we had a losing trade on the euro dollar as well. Put me just under break even for the week. So not too bad. So I thought I'd just go through some of the things that are on the radar for next week. And two of the pairs I'm going to go through are the pound dollar and euro dollar. So there's a bit of correlation there where there might be some decent opportunities for a buying opportunity on those pairs. And I'm going to share with you a trade on the New Zealand dollar that's a potential buying opportunity as well. So let's get stuck into it. The pound dollar, we're looking at the daily time frames, and you can see today's candle, we've had this big bullish move. We've broken above this major level of structure, that 3600 even handle number. If you guys remember, if you watched the previous videos, you know that that's the level that was respected following the Brexit. It was also, we respected that level, closed above that 3600 level, and also when we jumped out to the monthly time frames, you can see we had that respected support, that structure was respected there as well. So as we approach that level again, we're looking at this big bullish momentum candle here. And if we end up breaking and closing above this level, well then of course that gives us a nice little zone to look for price action to pull back down into, so that we can get involved in a potential long opportunity. And if you drop down to the 4 hour, you're going to see that already we've had a break and close above. So obviously we're coming into Friday evening now. I'm not going to be looking to place any trades on this now, but I'm certainly paying attention to this area here on the market open on Sunday night. If you're in the UK, I'll be watching this area here, 3600 up to this previous high at 3615s, and I'll be paying attention to what price action does, seeing if we can get a pullback into that zone. And then what I'll be looking for is my first entry technique into the trade, and that will be a double bottom at this level. So I'll be looking for price action to push down, and I'll be able to drop down to a lower time frame to get a double bottom as well. And I'll essentially be looking for a push into this zone and then a valid double bottom as soon as we test this previous structure resistance level. So as soon as we push down into this zone, I'll be looking for a double bottom entry, and then I can look to buy this up for a retest of the highs. Now if you're looking left at structure, if we just go out to the dailies again, looking left here, our next level of structure support is we've got a bit of support in here, we've got a bit of structure in here at 38.47, but other than that, you know, we've got some consolidation in this zone. The next level of resistance is right up here at 48.43. So if you're a trend continuation trader, or you're looking to jump on this trend and then have multiple targets, or maybe you're looking to trail stops, well then really you've got potentially a massive move here for potential profits. So that's what I'll be looking for on the pound dollar next week. These are the sorts of moves that really propel your account. You know, these are the mostly we're getting in and out, we're taking 30 pips, 50 pips, 40 pips. These trend continuation trades, when you hit these and you only need a couple a year, these can massively excel your account, propel your account. And these are the ones that are very nice to catch. So it'd be nice to catch this one early on in the year. I'll certainly be paying attention to this level on the market open. So that's the pound dollar. The euro dollar, still got all this. This is the analysis I was doing earlier on in the week, and the reason I left this chart up is because I wanted to show you guys, this is the zone we were looking at for the 2618. Didn't actually play out. We did test the structure support level we were looking at, and we bounced off of that level. So if you did manage to get in this trade, however you got involved, well done if you got some profits out of this move. And if you took a trade and it was a losing trade, as long as it was a trade that met your trade plan rules, then it was a good trade anyway. But I'm just going to remove the drawing tools off of this, and I'm going to show you very, very similar situation here on the euro dollar. So we've got a correlation here between the euro dollar and pound dollar. Similar situation. If we look left here, you can see that we are at that level of structure support, which is why we were looking at this as a potential reversal zone and that 2618. But depending on what happens with this daily candle, if we break and close above this previous structure resistance level here, then there's a good chance, well, there's a high probability that we're going to see a continuation to the upside. So the next support level, next structure level, sorry, is in here, and we've got a bit of the next level of resistance is up here. So again, paying attention to that move on the open. And as we drop down to the 4-hour time frames, you're going to see again we've broken closed above. And the difference with this is we've got a very, very nice level of structure. Double top should become a bottom. Okay, so we've got this double top up here, should become a bottom if we retest that level. And we've also got this little level of structure in here as well. So if we pull down to this zone, I'll certainly be looking at this level down here on the open. Similar entry technique. I can look for a double bottom down at this zone. That would be one of the ways I can enter. But whilst we're looking at this, I just want to share with you another decent observation. We've got this flag pattern here. This is a bullish flag pattern. And we know that when we have these breakouts, we know that once they're tested, many stock traders trade this way, when they're tested again, the previous breakout zone provides a decent level of support. So very, very good indication that this will provide a decent support level. And are we going to see a relief down into that zone? Well, what I'm looking at is RSI massively overbought, and we're also putting in this ascending pattern here, which could mean that we're running out of steam and we're likely to see a pullback down into this zone. So if we do, we've got this nice level of previous structure resistance, should become support. I'll be keeping my eyes close on that level and looking to buy this up at that level. So that's the euro dollar, that's the pound dollar. The last thing I was going to show you is the New Zealand dollar, because the New Zealand dollar is also in a bullish trend here. You can see bottom left, top right, basic stuff. And we're pushing up. Now, as you can see, we've had this little pullback here, and we're pulling back down into previous structure. Now, if we drop down to the 60-minute time frames, you're going to see that there is a potential opportunity for an aggressive entry into a trend continuation move. And I'm going to draw this on using a fib retracement tool. And this is, depending on your data, you're going to have to check your data. But for me, this is what we call a bat formation. Now this is X to A to B, B to C. CD completion would be down here at 71.93. And this would be one of those patterns that you could use instead of conventional targets. You might use this as a trend continuation trade, looking to take off your initial profit targets at a retest of the high, or you're a one in, one out and you take your entire position off. This is how I trade these. And also, looking at this previous break above here, now this isn't for me, but some of you guys, I got a message today saying we actually had a break and close above here, so this was a new high. Well, you may already be involved, because if you're taking a pattern entry as a trend continuation trade, well, if you use this as your X leg, X to A to B, B to C, you had a Gartley completion down here, which would have allowed you into the trade, and you may already be in it. But I'm waiting for that bigger move down to here, because this wasn't a new high for me. So if we do get a pullback down into this zone, that'll be a aggressive entry for me for a retest of the highs. So 3 decent opportunities, decent moves, lots of profit in all 3 of those. Keep your eyes peeled out for that. I'll be back next week. Remember, if you haven't already signed up for the Tier 1 trading site, make sure you do. The launch is going to be a week from Monday. All right, so it's very, very close now. If you haven't already signed up, sign up. If you like this series of videos, make sure you share this around. Ultimately, this will be accessible via the platform that we've built out. So you don't want to miss any of these episodes. Make sure you share this around. Make sure you get everyone signed up to the site. Have a good weekend, whatever it is you choose to do. And take care, and I'll see you next week.